Okay, guys, so we've got this is one of 3 reviews tonight. And you're probably wondering, why are you combining all this into one shot? Well, I wanted to do one yesterday, but in the process of just being busy and doing things, and, I wanted to wait till later on, and I didn't get a chance to do that. I got too tied up with stuff. So I'm going to bang out these 3. I did take a lot of time to listen to the music yesterday and today to construct my notes and so on. And so yeah, sorry, I'm just kind of tucking my shirt down and behind me here. Okay, number 1. I had Jordan Larson reach out to me, and Jordan is the drummer for Within Harm's Reach. And he reached out to me shortly after I did the Antimatter review. Said, hey man, he goes, just to let you know, he goes, I saw your video on the review and it's great. I didn't realize that you did that. I'm like, well, I kind of really did, but it was very sparse. But seeing that I'm getting back into doing this and enjoying this a lot more than I did before, because people are sending me fucking shit. Doesn't it work great when you do that and help me out? I had gone from 87 subscribers right back up to 97. So literally within a week, I've gone up 10 subscribers. It's not a whole lot. I'd like to get over 100. So if people could share this around, and I'm going to share this to other groups as well. The more you guys share to other groups, the better. All this is going to do is it's going to help me, help you. And the further you go, the better I feel. Because hey, no matter what any one of us do, whether someone goes through the roof, someone has a steady incline, or someone just goes up here and stays. And if they're happy with that, great. That's the whole part about it. Getting to the review. So, Within Harm's Reach, they've been around a little bit within the St. John local scene, of course. So consisting of John Shea on guitars, I know John's been at this thing for I don't know how long, and I'm not saying Within Harm's Reach, I'm saying he's been playing in bands and playing things and for a long time. Great young dude, and he's a hell of a guitar player. So he's on the guitars. He's the only guitar player. They have Sean Daggle on bass, Jordan Larson, as I said, the noted skin basher, and also Colin Shoneman on vocals. So with the title of Overcome, this prog rock, pop punk, pont record, this is certainly not something that I'm going to grab and go, I'm going to listen to this all the time because it's my new thing, yada, yada, yada. It's certainly not something I'm going to listen to. That being said, going to my notes, as I always do, in listening to said record, one that's filled with lyrical messages that focus on a lot of realities that people face in their day-to-day. Being a warm summer day, trapped in a not ideal relationship, and really unable to just kind of relay messages about complicated emotions, you know what I mean? Sometimes people have a hard time showing anger. I do, or I don't. I don't have that problem. I show it frequently. I guess their main objective is to basically appeal to people who love all genres, and yet want to cater to the everyday working man, and basically all different walks of life. So Jordan sends me about 4 emails. God bless this couple sucks. He sends me, he's like, well, I just so many tracks. I'm like, that's fine. You can send me 20. I don't give a shit. As long as you're sending me stuff in it that I can, download and put on my phone. Or if you have it on Apple Music, I can pull it up that way. So as I'm listening to it, and I'm kind of like, okay, I have to take myself away from the fact that I'm a metalhead. I really have to listen to the record and enjoy it for what it is, or maybe not enjoy it. But I got thinking, this sounds familiar. And I'm not saying it sounds like another band, but the sound of the record actually sounds familiar. And then I knew it because I thought, this is going to be an Adam Dincorn thing. And fucking sure enough, I reached out to Jordan Larson and I was like, who who did this? Because this sounds, you know, who recorded this? Now, the band recorded the songs, all themselves, did the vocal mixing, but my man, Mr. Adam Dincord, did the instrument mastering down over at Undertone. This guy's just fantastic at what he does, no damn doubt about it. So what does this all mean? You may want to know? Well, here's the good side of things. Simple. Fucking simple. It's very well done. Literally well fucking done. And after reading the band's website, you know, obviously, which I'm going to have in the description, the lads spent a lot of time in the studio and being very meticulous to make sure that the record is a superior product. Well, it fucking is a superior product. Everything here sounds very well done. Songs like Weakness, Supernova, Grey, and The Next Phase are basically my standouts. These are the ones that stood out for me as like, okay, so they have all the pop, all the punk, all the prog rock, and when I mean the punk, I mean the pop punk, like your typical happier sort of punk rock. And Colin really, really does have a fucking great voice for this. If I had a quarter of the fucking vocal talent, clean voice that this kid did, I might be that much better than what I am now, which isn't much. John essentially struck gold with this kid. He has a little bit of a aggressive bit to him. But his cleans really stand out. He really hits those soaring vocals, not in a power metal sort of sense, but his cleans that really sails. Like he doesn't, it's almost like he doesn't have to try. It's right there. So John's playing's fantastic. He's got tight rhythms, great lead melodies that just fit perfectly within each of the tracks, and they're used at the correct times, and it's not overdone. And that's not just the ones that I mentioned above, of course. Jordan's drumming sits very well in the pocket, doesn't overcomplicate the songs. It's not like he's trying to be like Nico from Iron Maiden and go... And maybe he likes that, that's fine. But he sticks to what the song requires, or at least that's my presumption of everything. I mean... I'm sure he has the ability to go up and over and above, but then you're really overdoing it, and what's the fucking point? And I just think if he did, I think the record would sound bad. But since he didn't, it's great. And Sean, of course, what I was really able to hear of the bass, it does sit in that groove with Jordan, and it's locked in fucking tight. So the bads. Because everybody wants to know what the bads are. And I'm going to make this very clear. Very many records that get sent to me are bad. Not many. I mean, if any. But seeing as on a song like Weakness, there's a lot of aggression vocally. Like, there's some really good, harsh stuff on there. And maybe that's the only song that they said, oh, I'm going to do it here, and then that's that. Can I get more of that? Like, is that a fucking thing? Like, can you guys give me, like, one song where you're, like, fucking pissed at me? Like, yeah, this rules. And, of course, yet again, that's the metal guy in me. That's the guy that, I do the screaming, and I like to scream, and I like to hear that in some songs. Not every song. I don't have to have that in every song. But if you're able to put a song across, and you've got that there, and it sounds good, why not? But in all fairness, of course, too, I don't really have much to say bad about this record, and yeah, I mean, well, you don't have anything to shit on. What? So, like, I'm going to pick it apart. Well, then you can fucking pick it apart yourself. That's all on you. I don't want to pick it apart, because there's nothing for me to pick apart. Yes, it's a pop punk, prog rocky, fucking pop record. I don't listen to it all the time. Am I going to listen to it? Possibly. But it's going to be few and far between. If I want something like that, that's what I'll go for. And really, if they didn't give a shit about the record and just said, fuck it, we'll just mix it, record it, and call it a day and release a subpar bullshit fucking record, then yeah, I'll shit on it, because that's what I can do. But when they actually give a fucking shit about the fucking production, having a superior product, then it makes my life really hard to give it a bad review. In short, it's getting a 4.5 out of 5. Why? Because it's that fucking good. And everybody's like, well, you always fucking, you don't give... If the fucking production's good, the songs are well written, and the players fucking give a shit, it's really hard for me to say it's bad. I really have to find something to pick apart. Like, the production has to be pure garbage for me to actually say something. And I've only done that a couple times. That being said, pick this record up. It's a great record. I enjoyed it. Like I said, am I going to put it on again? Maybe, maybe not. This is a record I do know that my wife would like. So if I was to reach out to one of the boys and say, hey, can I get a copy of the record, like in physical form, I think the wife would probably put that on and she would probably enjoy that. Not that my wife doesn't like metal, but my wife's more along the lines of, you know, she likes Protest the Hero because while they're screaming, she can also understand what they're saying. Iron Maiden and so on and so forth, Judas Priest and Black Sabbath and yada yada yada. But that's here nor there. Boys, reach out to me. Let me know if you get any physical copies and I'll pick one up for the missus. Anyways, fellas, thank you very much. That was a great record to listen to. Appreciate it. Keep kicking ass, boys. Fuck's sakes.